I expect this one to be really, really cute. Just from what we know about how the forest guards show affection, you know, the whole touching foreheads thing. And we know Rosetta was very young. She was a young teen when she was turned into a construct. I feel like she's gonna be one of the more awkward, cute ones. Let's see. Part 1. I send Musashi 5 from my hand to the graveyard. Activating its effect, choose one Musashi card in your deck and place it in your hand. They're playing Punishing Grey Ravens, the card game. I wonder if there actually is a card game. That'd be interesting, especially if this was actually an effect. Like this was actually a card. Also love how they called it a duelist. What kind of weird... This sounds like it's some weird... Not even YuGiOh, this sounds like a weird magic combo. And since I drew Musashi card outside my draw phase, I get to special summon Musashi 0 from my hand. Once a Musashi 0 has been special summoned, I get to special summon another Musashi card from my hand. You're summoning 2 monsters at once. Yeah, this is totally a YuGiOh reference. And the one I'm summoning is, of course, the one I added to my hand thanks to Musashi 5, Musashi 9. What is this? Oh, he now has over 6,000 total monster damage. With no monsters on the field, Rosetta can't withstand the attack. What is this YuGiOh shit? And yeah, this is literally YuGiOh. They're literally making a YuGiOh reference. Don't underestimate me. I activate my quick attack card, Sky Striker Anchor. Nani? I can't take this seriously. Oh boy. Come on, after all the innuendos and stuff in Kamu, I can't take this shit. Oh boy. Sky Striker Anchor allows me to gain control of one monster on your field at the end of my turn, which of course means your Musashi 9 is mine. Oh no, she took Musashi 9. It not only has an absurd attack of 3,100, it also can't be destroyed through combat. Is Rosetta going to live through this round? Did you really think that I didn't see this coming? Could it be? Oh my gosh. I activate my trap card, Musashi Whirlwind! You'll never understand how they try and make this kind of game exciting. I don't know, I grew up watching YuGiOh. I stopped after... What was it? I think 5Ds is the last one I watched. I loved 5Ds. They mix in, like, mythology and magic, which kind of makes it interesting. Although some of the later ones, I think they got a little too weird. But I always thought YuGiOh was entertaining. I used to play a lot of card games too, they're just too expensive. That's more damage than the original Blue Eyes. This guy's good, yeah. Interesting, I get. Exciting, no. It depends. Like I said, the animes were exciting because of the fantasy elements, not so much the card game stuff. But it's exciting if you understand what's going on, I guess. Rosetta time? It is Rosetta time. It's also apparently YuGiOh time. But, yeah, I don't know. This card allows me to return any Musashi card on the battlefield to its owner's deck, and we each draw one card. I get to draw one too. Of course, but the card must also be revealed to all players. If it's a monster card, it can be directly summoned onto the battlefield. What is she gonna summon? But wait, if Rosetta draws a monster card, then she might... No, with Rosetta's luck, she won't. That's mean. Is that how it works? On your way back to the Grey Raven quarters, you hear fervent cheers coming from the engineering bay. You decide to check out what all the fuss is about. As you enter the engineering bay, you see Rosetta and a construct playing a card game. From the looks of it, the round will likely be the final one, with the card draw deciding the player's fate. Under the rambunctious cheering of less than 10 spectators, the players place their hands on their decks. Draw! Oh my god. Looks like Lady Luck is smiling upon me. I have drawn a monster card. Come forth, bearing the blade in your heart. Musashi 9. Yeah, I heard that he passed away. It's sad. I see. That must be why you slot 3 Musashi 9s into your deck. I don't think that has anything to do with it. If it's a good card, you put the max amount in your deck, no matter what. That's how deck building works. Now clearly at a disadvantage, Rosetta's opponent and the crowd await her card draw in eager anticipation. It'd be nice if it was a monster card, but... Rosetta reveals the card she drew as a magic card. Her opponent leaps joyously into the air, and she lets out a sigh. But is it a quick attack magic card? It really isn't my lucky day. Didn't know you like card games. I guess I do, but I always lose. Anyway, what brings you here, Commandant? You need something from the engineering bay. Please let there be more card fights in her story, and I want her to get like the equivalent of Exodia. I don't know what Exodia in this world would be, but I want her to get it. What does Pot of Greed do? Yeah, Pot of Greed gets banned because it's overpowered as hell, and the devs had no idea what they were doing when they made it, because they didn't know how to balance a card game. Ah, the good old days. Came to see what the fuss was about. I see. Looks like we got carried away. Enough with the chit-chat, Rosetta. I'm sure you know what losing means. Yeah, I do. I'll be surveying the Arctic in your stead. You're deciding this over a duel? It's a non-essential mission, and there's no time limit, that's why. Chill your beans, Grey Raven Commandant. I'll send the mission details to your dedicated channel later. Rosetta, go register with our chief first. But this mission requires at least 2 people. Will you go with me, Commandant? I know it's a bit out of the blue. Doesn't take too long, I'm sure. It shouldn't. The engineering staff said it's not high on the list of priorities. Got your team sorted. Just tell the chief, Rosetta, and the Grey Raven Commandant will be surveying the Arctic. Hahaha, with that mission sorted, I can spend time on assembling my hyper laser cannon instead. Gosh. I really hope they do more card jokes in this one, because that was entertaining. By the way, this probably won't be out on my channel until like next week, but 100% title of the video is probably going to be something like, "You activated my trap card." Totally going to be the title. You leave before your mind gets further contaminated. No, I want to read stuff like that. I love reading the corny announcer stuff. That's like my favorite. That's my favorite stuff to read when we're doing these reading streams. I had some stuff like that in Final Fantasy too. Actually, I think one of my favorite things to read when we were doing the Final Fantasy story was some guy getting drunk while telling stories, and I was like practicing like slurring my accent and stuff. It was fun. But distracted. Rosetta, Rigor 2. The field survey mission is divided into several stages. We'll need to make several trips, and even need to stay overnight in the wilds. After the mission began, Rosetta took you to a snowfield some distance from the ARU. Here you see vast expanse of snow adorned with several lonely-looking trees. Aw, little lonely trees. So I was thinking, you should familiarize yourself with life in the Arctic. I've read about it before in the files. That's not the same. True knowledge is acquired by applying them in the field. So, to better complete our mission, our first step is to build a fire. Out in the wild, one's ability to start a fire is the difference between life and death. I'm sure you get the gist, Commandant. Yeah. Do you really? I'm talking about the primitive way of building a fire. Generally speaking, other than the basic materials, the forest guards gather tinder and firewood from the surrounding area. At which point Rosetta begins collecting branches and arranging them into a pile. Which reminds me, us forest guards have a custom for building a fire to welcome newcomers. You aren't exactly wet behind the ears, but let's not pass up the opportunity. Think you can help me collect firewood, Commandant? Sure, I'm interested in this welcoming. Thanks. It's just another custom of ours. I'm not sure if it'll live up to your expectations, Commandant. Oh, crunching through the snow. After searching the area, you find enough firewood to build a fire. These branches aren't exactly ideal for firewood, but they should still get the job done. Ensuring the firewood is sufficiently dry, Rosetta clears away a patch of snow. To your puzzlement, Rosetta lets out a sigh of relief at the sight of dirt beneath. Thankfully, it's not ice underneath. Is there normally a lot of ice? No, but it always seems to be the case for me. Looks like you might be my lucky charm, Commandant. Had I known this, I would have teamed up to you during the card game. Oh my gosh. Poor Rosetta having bad luck. Why were you playing card games with them? Because it's fun, and I like the artwork, of course. But with my luck, I always end up drawing the wrong cards. Fair! A lot of card games have nice artwork. That was something I loved about playing Magic. Was some of the artwork, especially back during Lorwyn and stuff. Lorwyn had some really nice stuff. That and I don't remember what the mechanical plane was called, where everything was turned into a machine. Mirrodin, I think. Was it Mirrodin? Yeah, Mirrodin. I remembered it right. Okay. But yeah, those ones had some really pretty scenery and stuff. Anyway, let's get this fire started first. Rosetta fishes out a flint rock and strikes it a few times to light up the lower layer of firewood. The embers slowly grow into a flame as they eat up the firewood, converging into a warm bonfire shortly thereafter. Now it's time for your welcoming. Once the bonfire is burning at a steady pace, Rosetta gestures you to sit by the fire and slowly leans over. Welcoming. Yeah, I've never done this for an outsider. Guess I need some more practice. Rosetta takes you by surprise as she approaches, but she does not seem to pay any mind. Rosetta continues, inching closer and closer, her breath almost palpable. But just then, an earthquake? Oh, poor Rosetta and her bad luck. Sudden tremors stop Rosetta in her tracks. Following the direction of the rumbling, you see a giant 10-meter tall snowball rolling your way. Come on, Rosetta. Roger, let's head over to the trees. Thanks to your quick reaction, you and Rosetta avoid disaster. However, the same cannot be said about your hard-earned bonfire, which is swept away by the snowball, leaving not so much as a trace. No! My welcoming ceremony! Also, I love how you actually had the option to be like, huh, what's that? In real life, that would be me. My brain works very slow. I stare at it, what's that? Oh, we should run. Gets hit. Rosetta is taken aback by the strange happening. Shortly after, you hear familiar footsteps, hoofsteps, coming from the direction of the snowball. Oh? Rosetta and Nimnim, what are you two doing here? We were just starting a fire. Well, I was going to give command and a small welcome before the mission began, but I wasn't expecting a snowball to come flying out of nowhere. It was probably a snowball we made for building a snowman. It didn't destroy your bonfire, did it? How big of a snowman were you making? It really isn't my lucky day. Oh, poor Rosetta. You try so hard. Oh boy. There's a lot I want to tell you about surviving out here in the snowfields, but today it'll have to wait. I'm guessing you like surviving out here. Yeah, I like survival, since luck isn't as much of a factor. Card games, though, I like them for their gameplay. Anyway, engineering wants us to set up our equipment on the designated coordinates. What's all this equipment? They're for surveying. I don't quite understand the technical details. They just need us to help them set them up. The equipment Rosetta brought resembles various tripods with a camera terminal on top. It appears to also have basic AI functionality. Stretch it out and put it somewhere stable on the snow, then the AI will latch this device onto the ground. The engineers want at least some data soon. We need to set everything up before sundown. Oh, huh? What's the matter? It's gone. The activation module, it's gone. Looks like I lost it, but where could it have gone? Did I lose it on the plane or on the way here? Our equipment checked with the engineering staff through a checklist. I highly doubt we've forgotten to bring it over. We must have lost it on the way here. That covers too wide of an area. We'll have to spend an hour or two just searching. Can you have someone send over another? I'll have to write some reports for Babylonia, but this is the safest bet. I thought we can complete this mission without a hitch, but I guess today's not my lucky day. With that, Rosetta sighs. She picks up a pebble on the ground and tosses it into the ocean. The pebble skips on the water, once, twice, all the way up to 7 times before plunging into the sea. Rosetta notices your gaze and blushes before returning to her normal self. Some forest guards do this to forget about bad things. I figured I'd give it a shot. Anyway, let's get moving. Rotten Figgins, who's throwing rocks into the water? Who is that? Huh? Massive streams of bubbles fizz near the shore, eventually breaking into a splash, revealing a silhouette of a massive red-eyed figure. Oh, it's a bear! No, not the Yeti! No, an enemy? So you chucked that rock, aye? Alright, I'll have at it then. I'm gonna crush you. Wait, why would there be a bionic bear in the ocean? Well, yeah, 'cause I was swimming, aye? What's the deal with you throwing rocks into the sea, summoning some watery tart for a golden rock? Referring to old Zelda games with putting something into a fountain, and did you drop the silver one or the gold one? It was just blowing off steam. I'm sorry. Oh. Rosetta's simple and direct apology catches the bear off guard. He visibly deflates, the rage nowhere to be seen. He asks you what it was all about. Ah, so you lost some module thingamajig. Yeah, so I was just skipping some rocks to take my mind off it. I didn't think it'd hit you. I'm sorry. It's alright. I'll let it slide. Can't blame a no bear for getting mad when you get a rock to the head out of nowhere, though. Sorry about that. I totally did not expect a bear, but, you know. Oh yeah, anyhow, you trying to turn them 3 legs on. Have you seen our lost module? No, but I can help you get it set up. Oh. Plug me right in, I can turn them on. There's a control terminal on me back as well. I never knew bionic bears could do this. Yeah, bionics can do a lot more than you constructs. What's that human's name? Oh my gosh. What's your name? Am I? Alright, just do what I say. I'm kind of confused about the difference between the bionics and constructs. Because it seems like they're too intelligent. Are they advanced AIs, or are they people that were turned into bionics? It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know if it actually ever said. With the help of the bear, you successfully activate the equipment, and Rosetta sighs in relief. Huh, kick. Done and done. Thanks. Them folks been talking about helping you humans out. Figured I'd lend a paw. But don't go redistributing sedimentary wealth into the sea again. Forest guard. I'll try my best not to. You'll try? What if she wants to throw a rock? Well, I mean, technically, the constructs don't need human-shaped bodies either. It just causes them stress, but I don't know. Let's see. I want to look it up. Punishing Grave Raven Bionics. Okay. There is lore in the game. I was just looking it up online because it's easier to find. But it sounds like they were an advanced AI. And I would assume the advanced AI became more human-like because it was connected to Emberia for so long. 'Cause as far as we know, they were all linked to Emberia and saw Emberia's memories and stuff. Because, I don't know, maybe... We know that AI wasn't that advanced, wasn't human-like originally. Like, we've seen Nanami, right? Nanami was their experiments with making human-like AI. But... maybe they are just more recent, or, again, the AI could have just gotten more human-like because of their interaction with a human mind for so long. Number 4. With these units installed, the mission is basically over. Commandant, come here if your survey equipment is all set up. Rosetta activates the module in her hand and begins to sync up the equipment. Running at full capacity, switching to automatic mode. Looks good. Okay, now let's learn to pitch a tent. Do we need to stay here overnight? Yeah, our last mission is to keep watch here all night. The equipment from Babylonia can help us set up a camp quickly, but I still prefer to do things the old-fashioned way. With that being said, Commandant, did you know that tents are divided into freestanding and non-freestanding ones? Care to explain? I know this, but... Simply put, freestanding tents have support structure that makes it ideal for learners. Most of the fishermen in the ARU use these tents. Non-freestanding tents require added support structure, making them more difficult to assemble. Saying Forest Guard? I kinda like the name Forest Guard. I don't know, cause Rangers sounds more like a military group, whereas Forest Guard sounds almost more fantasy, which kinda suits the centaur aesthetic. But I don't know. I don't know what it is in the actual story, what they actually wrote, if it's supposed to sound more fantasy or not, but I think Forest Guard works. This allows them to be set up anywhere, which makes it more portable once you're familiar with it. So, Commandant, let's pitch a non-freestanding tent today. And that's not because I've lost the support rods or anything. On the vast empty snowfield, even a quiet mumble can be heard crystal clear. Non-freestanding tents typically use trees for support, and we need to find 2 trees roughly 3 meters apart. Alright, let's go look. Well, bad news is most of the nearby trees were cut down while developing the ARU. I don't think we'll be able to find a suitable camping site. We used to be able to find firewood here. Just my luck. As if all hope was lost, Rosetta picks up a pebble and hurls it after a long, exasperated sigh. Is she gonna hit the bear again? Oh, this time it skipped 12 times. A vast improvement. Flabby Arctic rolls. Who's throwing rocks into the water? An angry wave surges up, revealing a familiar figure. You live down there or something? I live on shore, obviously. This is just my favorite spot to sunbathe. Look at the ARU technology. Their bionic bears are so realistically made that they even sunbathe. Try living in me shoes, eh? Try getting a rock to your noggin every time you clock off from the climate station. Yeah, it's just Robo Bear, he just stays there. And what is it with you two? Do humans and constructs have nothing better to do? We told you last time, we're on a mission. Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? So what's with the rocks again? Lost another module? We don't have a place to pitch our tent. A tent? You camp in here or something? I just wanted to teach Commandant how to pitch tents in the Arctic for our final mission. Why is Robo Bear wearing a shirt? I don't know, they all do. All the Robo Bears wear shirts. This ended up not going as planned. The tent is going nowhere. You two are a bunch of rain wranglers, but if you just need shelter, I have an idea. You don't mean the ocean, do you? What kind of numbskull idea is that? I'm saying you can build an igloo. Right, an igloo also works, not to mention it can be built anywhere. I completely forgot about it. Where are the robo-cats? I don't remember if there was cats. I'm not sure. But I mean, in theory, there could be. We've seen bears, we've seen owls. I'm trying to think, because I know we've seen other animals. I would assume maybe there's robo-cats. Right, quit dozing, get cracking. Construct, you'll do the shaping. Nim Nim, you pile up the snow. Big do you want the snowballs? About waist high, but don't make them too big. Last time, a 10-meter tall snowball came rolling onto shore, just it scared me half to death. This guy can't get a break. The snowball that rolled past us went to him. This man needs to find a new lake. He needs to find a new lake. His lake is cursed. You both follow the Bionic Bear's safety first instructions and quickly build an igloo. Rosetta uses her spear to carve a perfect sphere out of the snowball. And finally... Good work. You make Master Bear proud. Why'd he call himself that? An immaculate igloo with streamlined arc stands before you. The pristine snow is even glistening under the sunlight. Rosetta covers the entrance of the igloo with the tent canvas to block off the freezing wind. Work's done, fellas. Let's go in and see if this igloo's a warmer. It's been a long time since I've made an igloo or been in an igloo. We used to do that all the time as kids. Made tons of like igloos and stuff in the backyard. I think the coolest one we've made was we took a recycling bin and made giant snow bricks in the recycling bin, and we literally made like a hut in the backyard. You could just stand in it. I think we got a piece of plywood and stuck it on top for the roof. We left a few holes here and there, and we actually found sheets of ice and put them in there to make it have windows. That was fun. Three of you crawl into the igloo. Without any light, you cannot get a feel for your surroundings. Well, it feels pretty warm in here. Like what the bear says, you feel an immediate temperature difference upon entering the igloo, but... a bit cramped in here. Though equipped with the knowledge of the how-to, no one has ever built an igloo before, causing this size miscalculation. In the end, you've created an S-size snow hut. No, it's a small... Oi, Construct, can't you put your weapon outside? Your pokebits are stabbing at me. Sorry, but you'll have to get over it. You never know when we might be attacked. Only soldiers that can endure can seize the final victory. I'm not here to make war, girl. Ah! The bear props up involuntarily in an almost slapstick retort, causing the small igloo to collapse and bury everyone in snow. No, he ruined it! Nah, just my lucky day. Poor Rosetta. I really want either this next one or the 6th one. When we go back to Babylonia, I want to have another card game, and I want Rosetta to win with the commandant there. And I want it to be, like, epic. I want to be shouting a lot of stupid, corny card game stuff. Do you know how to fish, Commandant? While doing mission work in the snow, Rosetta suddenly throws a question at you. Kinda sorta. Kinda sorta, which means you should learn how to properly fish. Grab your fishing pole, Commandant. We've had a few mishaps so far, but at least we managed to start a fire and set up camp. Next up, time to learn about how to secure food. We need to fish? Yep, forest guards live in accordance with nature, so fishing is one of the ways we do that. I have all the necessary tools ready this time. Commandant, we just need to find a good place to fish. 30 minutes later. Any bites, Rosetta? Rosetta's silence speaks louder than words. The fishing bucket is sloshing around in the liveliness of pure seawater. In other words, not so much as a nibble. Today's not my lucky day, can't help it. As if taking a blow in her heart, Rosetta picks up a rock and hurls it after a long exasperated sigh. Okay, here we go. It's gonna bounce. 15 times and hit the bear in the head again. Ishavu. Special summon! Oh my god, she's doing corny card game things for the bear. Instantly you realize Rosetta's nefarious plans. However, you're helpless in stopping the tragedy from unfolding. Special summon rock skips over 20 times. Oh, I guessed the number wrong. Before sinking into the sea, silence fills the air, then compresses into tension. Rosetta fixes her eyes on the shore, waiting for the fated arrival. But her expectant gaze is only met with the reticent and gentle waves of the sea. The watery ritual did not summon the furry bionic. The air is absent of his signature roar, which is to be expected. After all, even coincidences have its limits. Apparently not. Oh, just saw you two from afar and decided to come ashore early. Huh? Huh? Why do you look so surprised? No, wait. The last two rocks might have been accidents, but this time you're definitely trying to land it. Well, I only know how to summon you this way. Trying to special summon bear. So you want me to help you catch fish this time, Yeah, no bites so far. No choice but to catch fish directly. But Commandant does not have diving gear, and I'm also not built for underwater operations. Think you could help out? We're about done for today, so I want the Commandant to have a taste of the Arctic flavor if possible. Yeah, you know, the Rocky Horror Show kinda rubs me the wrong way. But seeing you here with an empty bucket all day does make me feel kinda sorry. Alright then, I'll give you some of my fish. Thanks. Just be grateful is all. With that, the bionic bear opens up his tummy and a refrigerator compartment appears before your eyes. Excuse me? This bear has a refrigerator in his stomach? You have a fridge for your belly. You bionics are just like Swiss Army knives, aren't you? There's like 10 other functions or so, but which are all highly practical. Alright, how about a roast fish for the human right here on the spot? You can trust your bear's grill. The bear treats you to a delicious dinner. Already night, huh? I went fishing some more after that, but no luck. I'll get a bite eventually. I'll keep trying, but it seems like fishing still takes luck after all. With that, Rosetta looks up at the sky. Only one last area to survey. Just my lucky day. Imagine just having a built-in fridge. You hungry? Just look in the fridge. Poor Rosetta, though. I know that's been a big theme for her, that she was born unlucky. And that nothing ever really goes her way. Last part. All the surveying instruments are up and operational. Campfire ready, tent is up, and we got fish from the bear. Good, all ready. Commandant, we just need to keep watch here until morning. Rosetta tells you so, as she adds firewood to the campfire. The branches dried beforehand immediately catch fire as they join the pile. Campfire flares up, burning and blooming like a blossom. The embers dance sporadically in the air, become taken by the Arctic wind, then fall and go out into the snow. Commandant, thank you so much for coming with me on this mission. Feels more like a vacation than a mission. The engineers also said this is kind of a vacation. Most of them were just reluctant to leave the engineering bay. After that, Rosetta falls quiet, occasionally adding in firewood and glancing at the surveying instrument. The engineers specified that since this is the last survey, they will not dispatch another crew to recover the instruments. So Rosetta will need to wait here for all instruments to obtain enough data, then pack everything up and bring it back to Babylonia. Commandant, you can go rest in the tent if you're tired. I'll be on night watch. Feel bad leaving it all to you. Okay, this is my duty after all. Not to mention, constructs are more suitable for this kind of work. Not another snowball. Don't do it. Huh? Rosetta's about to badger you into sleeping again, but suddenly a tremor caused her to pause. It's raining? the first time I've seen it rain here. No, not just that. Coupled with the tremors. Commandant, I recommend that we hurry up and take shelter. Seeing the rain, Rosetta immediately wields her weapon. Her eyes meet your befuddled one. Commandant, remember what the bear said about working at the climate station? Yes. I don't have any evidence, but based on the change in weather, there might be something wrong with the climate station. Earthquakes, rain, who knows what might come next. I'm worried that the tent won't keep us safe out here in the snowfield. Anyway, come with me, quick. There should be forest guard shelter up ahead. Cave. We should be safe here. You and Rosetta find shelter in a cave. Ooh. The entrance of the cave howls as ice and snow whirl in the frigid wind. I knew it. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a few hours as we wait out the blizzard. Not my lucky day, huh? Huh? Hearing you utter her catchphrase, Rosetta pauses before breaking into a chuckle. Never thought you'd have this playful side to you, but it really is unfortunate to have this happen on the last day. We'll likely have to recalibrate the equipment. But on the whole, I guess I'm pretty lucky. Without giving you the chance to react, Rosetta leans over. For all this misfortune, I got to see the world for my own and come to my own conclusions. And now I'm sitting in the same place as you, Nim. I'm not very good at expressing myself, but I can tell that you're trying to get to know me. Which is why I asked you to come to the Arctic with me so I can show you how I live in the wild. I wanted to tell you all that you want to know about me. So, Nim, you know me a bit better now. Yeah. That's great. I'm not too good at introducing myself to others after all. Speaking of, I've been telling you everything that's on my mind, since the mission will be suspended in this weather anyway. I think you could tell me more about yourself, Nim. I feel like the Babylonia records don't paint the whole picture. This'll take some time. I don't mind. Before the snowstorm stops. Oh my god, this fucking bear. Oh, sorry folks, but I'm taking shelter here too. Just my luck. Oh, Rosetta. Oh my gosh. Oh, poor Rosetta. She just wants to hang out and get to know the commandant. Frickin' third wheel shows up.